What it is, YouTube? It's Playback coming back with another bullseye of a tutorial here today on the channel. So today I wanted to speak a little bit about mastering and also how to use the Waves plugins to get to that final destination of where you can get a song to where you feel like it's good enough to actually put out. I realized that a lot of times, especially throughout the years, engineering and recording people, a lot of times people start a lot of songs, but they never end up putting it out. Maybe because it's lacking a little bit of that final polish, a little bit of that final gloss that could really make it just shine and feel good in mainstream. So let's get to the video right now. If y'all do like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also down below, if y'all want to book a mix, check the description down below. Also hit us up on Instagram as well, reach out and we can help y'all out, if you want to book studio time or book a mix. So let's get to it right now.
Fire on, I put the fire on. The murders are just featherweight. We smoke and we just levitate. Detailed rave is on the way. Yeah. Even when we aren't hardly talking, I will not expose our secrets. And we can fly to France, Berlin, London's now don't know how to take you out of here.
Take you out of here. Open up your map, show me where you wanna live.
Okay, so y'all got an understanding of what we're working here with today. So the most important thing when it comes to mastering is there is a mentality. You got to think about it. When you are an engineer or a producer or a rapper, you're just like any other type of artist. I usually think about people like Leonardo da Vinci, you feel me? And people like that, Michelangelo too is another one where, an artist makes a picture, but before they finish the picture, they have a solid image in their mind of what the end goal is. So that's the main thing about mastering, you feel me? Or in trying to get your mix to become the final destination. You have to have a strong understanding of what is the finish line. How am I going to get down the street? There's many ways for you to get down the street. Are you going to walk down the street? Are you going to hop down the street? Are you going to drive down the street? Are you going to crawl up the street? There's many different ways to get to the end goal. So I feel like a lot of times engineers and producers, they get stuck on how am I going to get down the street rather than to actually just get that solid image in your head of what you want the final mix to sound like. So for this mix specifically, how I always go about it is I close my eyes and I try to like imagine what is if this song was gonna have a music video, what would it look like? That's the easy way for you to get that mastering mind mentality. You feel me? Because usually with mastering, it's about getting it to the end line. There's no special program or no special, person that can do it for you. You feel me? There's mastering engineers, but usually if the mix is good enough, the mastering engineer don't end up doing shit anyways. They probably do like 2% or 3%, the tiniest half a dB increment. So yeah, here today I wanted to show a plugin that I love to use a lot. I use this consistently, bruh, and it's gonna be the Fairchild 670. The reason why I specifically use this compressor, even though I never use it to actually compress, maybe like a dB at the max, what I'm using it for specifically is because it brings a tone, it brings a certain seasoning, it brings a certain flavor and a character to the mix off of me just running through it alone. So that's why I like using this Waves plugin right here, because I understand it has the tubes inside of it, which is gonna make it brighter. It's gonna make the whole mix brighter without doing no EQ and without bringing no harshness. And it also got the transformer inside it, which is gonna get the body. It gonna make the big booty bass hit harder. You feel me? Okay, so let's listen what this doing with and without.
Fire on, I put the fire on. The murders are just featherweight. We smoke and we just levitate. Detailed rave is on the way. Yeah. Even when we aren't hardly talking, I will not expose our secrets. And we can fly to France, Berlin, London's now don't know how to take you out of here.
Take you out of here. Open up your map, show me where you wanna live. Touring Europe by a crib. Ice on my wrist, they call me Sia. They said that they feel it. Used to.
So it kind of sounds like the whole mix got louder just by running through this plugin. But the main thing is the harmonic density it's bringing. Like the tubes and the transformers put more emphasis on the mid-range, so the whole mix just sounds louder off rip. Okay. And then another great two set of plugins is like the ozone. We already know about the ozone, but the most important thing with the ozone, I probably use it just to widen, just a little bit, and maybe just a limiter. But the next plugin right here is going to be the EQP1A, though. This is what I want to talk about. I have a clear direction in my head. Yo, I want this song to sound glistery. I want it to sound like ice cream. You know, I want it to sound sparkly in the midnight sky, twinkling. You feel me? Type shit like that. The stars. You feel me? Don't you hear the reverb, how it's shimmering? You know, I had a consistent idea when I was mixing the song. So by the time I'm coming to the mastering phase, I already know, okay, boom, I'm taking it in the direction. I'm already down mainstream. I just got to go a main street. I just got to turn left on the avenue to get to where the store I'm trying to get to. You feel me? Mixing is a song is kind of like driving a whip. You feel me? There's many ways that you can take this whip. You feel me? But at the end of the day, you got to get to where you want to get, which is the end destination. Another plugin I like to use without doing nothing is the EQP1A. You can make it very easy for yourself to master by just understanding the character and the tone that certain analog plugins bring in off rip without touching it. So let's see what this does. It's bringing more brightness to the mix.
I put the fire on, I put the fire on. Them brothers are just featherweight. We smoke and we just levitate. Detailed rave is on the way, yeah. Even when we aren't hardly talking, I wanna expose all your secrets. And we can fly to France, Berlin, London's not done, now I'll take you out here.
Take you out of here, open up your map, show me where you wanna live. Touring Europe by your crib, ice on my wrist, they call me Sia. They said that they feel it, used to be the wicked, now I'm feeling wicked. Put carrots in my earrings, rolling with some savages, like why you think I'm fit?
Also, sometimes, you know, what you'll hear is that because the mid-range, the whole mid-range, you know, is excited, also the effects sound better. The delay and the reverb becomes more audible because now we've thrown a little bit of salt and pepper and lime on it. Now that has like kind of like a little bit of a flavor, a little bit of maple syrup on top of it, that's sweetening up also the effects on the mix. Important too, if you mixing rap music, is, you know, like you know, sometimes you might have certain analog plugins that you're using on the way down. You feel me? Like maybe your reverbs, maybe some of the EQs you're using on the vocal, you know, they might bring in some noise. So I like to use maybe a plugin like Arvox and do a slight gating. So you know, when I pull the gate down a little bit, you'll hear there's obviously some low level chatter. You can't really hear it, but there's definitely some, like, you know, gating type of chatter going on. All right. You know, so yeah, that's what we have right here. And then, you know, also a great limiter to use, you know, the L2 limiter. You got to be cognizant of what limiter you use. Like the L2, that has a certain Tabasco hot sauce seasoning type of sound. The Pro L has a certain sound. The Ozone Maximizer, that has a certain type of sound too, you know. So it's also important when you're mastering to also know, like, okay, what flavor is the limiter gonna bring? Because every single ingredient you throwing in the soup is gonna contribute to the taste of the final product, which is the song. You feel me? Type shit like that. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. You know, how to set up a mastering bus using some of those Waves plugins. You know, specifically we showed you the Fairchild, and after that we showed you the EQP1A, and then we talked a little bit about the limiters like the L2 and why that's so important too. Another great limiter they used to use back in the day is the L1. You know, I like to use that too. That has a certain way it distorts once you go past 1, 2, 3 dB. A lot of the times limiters are supposed to be transparent, but of course, if you whacking it and slapping that motherfucker upside the head, 2, 3, 4, 5, hopefully, you know, you don't go past more than 3 or 4 dB, it will give a little bit of a sound to it. It will contribute to the sound. Sometimes that sound might sound really fucking good. It might be what pushes the song over the limit, right? That makes it sound good. That makes it sound finished, all right? So I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of the YouTube family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know, check out the Playback Instagram. Hit us up on email. DM us up if y'all need studio time or y'all want to book a mix. Just want to say thanks a lot and appreciate y'all now. Peace.